Love you all. Welcome all you lovers to the Florida Love Show. This is your love hour right before happy hour, sponsored by Florida Love. Join us each week as we spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love. Now, back to spreading love.
This is for you, Kenny. It's the Florida Love Show, paying love forward is the theme. It's the Florida Love Show, hosted by Kenny and his dream. Every special guest brings their love to the set, and the interview flies, it all comes alive like a duet. He wears many hearts, so he has a very special side. In the Brooklyn Cafe, it's a big love buffet. With roses galore, and you are adored. Come take a bouquet. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Follow this man. Live your dreams. Plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Follow this man. Live your dreams. Make your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Shine your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Love this man. Live your dreams. Make your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Give the gift of love and pay it forward and go. Give a kiss, give a hug. It's the Florida Love Show. Love you, Kenny.
Love you, Sha. Sha's the Florida Love Show singer. She sings the Florida Love Show theme song that you just heard. Give a hug, give a kiss. It's the Florida Love Show, my favorite part. So I love you all. Love you, love you, love you. Welcome. Thank you for watching. Welcome to the Florida Love Show. I'm Kenny Love, the founder and creator and host of the Florida Love Show and Florida Love. So we're a nonprofit, a 501c3, and love is free. Everything on Florida Love is free. To be on the show is free. You can contact me if you want to be on the show. To post on all our pages and all our groups is free. We have hundreds of thousands of people in our groups to spread love all over the world. So here at Florida Love, we spread love in the Florida community to transform the world with love and spread love all over the world, such that we create world love. So all human beings love each other. So every morning before the show, I go to Publix and I get my roses. And when George Floyd passed away, I watched what happened. And I cried and cried and cried. And I said, I got to do something about this. So I was on my way to the show with 6 dozen roses. And so I asked my idol, what do I do? You know, like I didn't know what I could do to make a difference, you know? So I asked my idol, all right? My idol is Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And I said, what do I do? He says, hand out roses to every African American and say, I love you. And that's what I did. So I went back into Whole Foods, back into Publix, gave out thousands of roses to every African American and said, I love you. And I just want to read what he says, Martin Luther King. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed, that all men are created equal. All men and women are created equal. All human beings are created equal. Amen, amen, amen. So this is my dream. That's why I created Florida Love, so that we can all love each other as human beings. And how I do that is I say I love you to everybody. So the news covered it, not just the newspapers, the Sun Sentinel, but the TV news. So I'm going to play you the first TV news where we give out roses in Boca Raton in front of Bed Bath & Beyond and say I love you. Please play the first news.
Welcome back. Now at 5:30, who couldn't use a little love right now?
One Pompano Beach businessman is making it his mission to spread love all around by giving out the flower of love to random strangers. CBS 4's Lisa Petrillo has this heartwarming story.
There's an old song with lyrics that say what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Ken Lehrman is living that moment in a movement he created called Roses for Change.
We love you.
The idea for Roses for Change came about after the death of George Floyd and the turmoil that followed.
I felt their pain. And for me, I don't see color. I mean, I see us all as human beings. And we all can love each other. I mean, love is simple.
Ken, who owns his own printing business for 35 years, appropriately named the Happy Printer, decided to spring into action, purchasing dozens of roses he could hand out.
The first thing I did was I went to Whole Foods and I also went to Publix and I gave out roses to all the African Americans in the store. And I said, I love you. And they said, I love you back. And they said, God bless you. And they said, we need love more now than ever before.
Ken was so moved by the response, he posted pictures on Facebook, receiving 600 likes. Suddenly, Roses for Change on Facebook was born. His followers wanted to join him, buying roses too, and it's now become a movement, spreading love to people of all races. We recently caught up with them in Boca Raton.
I just want to say I love you. Have a wonderful day.
Michelle Bellman, who had never met Ken in person, wanted in on the love train and came out on this day to volunteer.
His message is just of love, and love yourself, and love one another. And he speaks to my soul, and he speaks to me because I love to spread love as well.
Some were skeptical, wondering if there's a catch to these random acts of kindness. But for those who understood it, it meant the world.
I think it's just amazing. This is really, really nice. You're really showing your love. You're taking your time to do this. Just amazing. And the red flowers, forget it. Just bringing brightness to this world. It's much needed. Thank you so much.
Seriously, so sweet.
Can you imagine what a world it would be like if we just all gave roses to each other instead of what's actually going on? Like, to me, that's a way to spread a message. Spread the message of love.
Lucky me, I received my rose. For more information on Roses for Change when they meet every Friday, go on to our website at cbsmiami.com. I'm Lisa Petrillo, Smelling Sweet, CBS 4 News.
Wow, I always get emotional when I see that. So I love you, Lisa Petrillo. She's the reporter who said, smelling sweet. Mwah. Love you, Lisa Petrillo. So the second TV news, they covered when I gave out roses to teenagers and I said, I love you. These teenagers hadn't heard I love you in years, from parents, siblings, friends, anyone. And when I walked in, they were just like hanging around doing nothing. And then I gave them all roses and said, I love you. And the place lit up. That's the power of love. And by the end, we were dancing. So I'm going to play you the second news where I give out roses to teenagers. Please play the second news.
We're continuing to bring you inspiring stories from our area about people changing their communities for the better. Tonight, WPTV News Channel 5's Chris Gilmore shares the story of a man on a mission to spread love, one rose at a time.
Roses are red and Ken Lerman's suit is too.
Love you, Anthony.
If you see his bouquets, he has a message for you.
Man, love you, brother.
The 55-year-old loves love,
I love you.
and he now uses roses to let people know it.
No, I love you.
There's some pain behind Lerman's purpose. His Roses for Change campaign began this summer after he and people across the country witnessed the fallout following the death of George Floyd while in police custody.
How can one human being do that to another human being? Like, I was crying when I saw it.
Armed with roses and a message of love, Lerman says he wanted to reach those most affected.
I got to give this to all the African Americans. They're hurting.
His message has since caught on both online and in Palm Beach County, where he regularly shares love and roses to people of all colors. We caught up with Lerman with 100 of his favorite flowers in hand at the Milagro Center in Delray Beach.
A lot of learning goes on every day here in the Milagro Center, but today's lesson consisted of some flowers and 3 words going a long way.
I love you.
I was surprised and I was like, oh, I love you too.
A lot of these teens say it's been a while since they've heard those words directed at them, and even longer since they have been given flowers.
It was kind of weird at first. I was like, roses giving someone flowers. It was kind of weird because I didn't expect that, but it's pretty nice. It's a really nice gesture.
He said, I love you, you stay safe, and he told my grandma happy birthday too.
Lerman says he hopes the connection he makes with strangers leaves a lasting impact.
That's my mission every single day, to spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love.
Because maybe all you need is love. In Delray Beach, Chris Gilmore, WPTV News Channel 5.
And you can help us share stories that are inspiring South Florida. Just send us your ideas to inspiringsfl@wptv.com, or you can...
Oh, again, I get so emotional every time I see that. So these teenagers lit up and we were dancing at the end. So Chris Gilmore, I love you. He's the second reporter. Mwah. Oh, love you, brother. Love you, Marty. Marty's my brother. Oh, my God. Oh, yes. Trutron. Love you, Trutron. So Trutron I call True Love, because Trutron creates these gorgeous posters every week. And he's the most amazing graphic designer. He's incredible. He's so special. I love you so much, Trutron, who I call True Love. And Marty, I love you, brother. So, Ken, if only Russia and China could see and hear your message, the world would be a much better place. Definitely. Like John Lennon said, imagine, right? One love, Bob Marley, or a world of just us all loving each other. I love you, brother. So Marty's pure love. Marty's pure love. So Chris Gilmore says maybe all you need is love. So here at Florida Love, we say all you need is love. That's it. That's everything. You know, it's really amazing. I was coming out of my apartment today, and I was on my way down my elevator, which happened to be my service elevator. You know, you figure, who's going to be on the service elevator? Well, about 6 people got on. It was a crowded service elevator. And I said, I love you to everybody. And I gave everybody hugs. And they were all saying, I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. It was the most loving service elevator you've ever seen. It's simple. 3 words. I love you. Simple. So I love you all, each and every one of you, from the bottom of my heart. And life is short. I could pass right now on this show. So we all could pass right now. So you only have now to say I love you. You only have now. What are your last words going to be to someone when they pass? If they pass all of a sudden, what are your last words going to be? How about I love you? So I love each and every one of you. Every time I say that, I get so moved. So I'm going to read you a few sayings, and then we're going to share with Rene, I love Rene. She's like the love of my life. She's so special. And her dog Presley, who just passed actually a month ago. It's the month anniversary. I love Presley so much. So we're going to be loving Rene and Presley today. So not just loving all human beings, but loving all animals. Loving all beings. Each and every one of them. So we're going to have an amazing time loving Presley and Rene, and the show is dedicated to Presley and Rene. So I love you all again. I'm going to read a few things that I love. So I love you. You're probably thinking you don't even know me. That's true. But if people can hate for no reason, I can love. I love this one. One simple I love you can change everything for the better. Everything for the better. I love this one. There's only one race, the human race. So I don't see color, as you heard on the news. What I do is when I look at people, I look in their eyes. That's all the place I need to look, because the eyes tell me everything. It's the key to the heart and the soul. And it's the key to seeing the love. Everyone has love. If you look in their eyes, everyone has love. So like when I look at these two children, all I see is love. I don't see color, I just see love. I see this beautiful, loving eyes. It's so simple. Human beings, just look in their eyes. So there's one human race, the human race. We're all the same. We all have blood. We're all the same. And we're all love. So again, I love you all, each and every one of you. Please keep the comments coming. I love when you comment so we spread love all over the world. Here's an example. We think we meet someone with our eyes, but we actually meet them with our soul. Now that's deep, and that's true. So just look at someone's eyes. Even Presley. Every time I looked at Presley's eyes, Renee's dog, I felt like I was looking at all this love and we were connecting with our souls. Presley's pure love, and Presley's with us now. So we meet with our souls. Keep calm, because love is the answer. Love is the answer to everything. Everything. Oh, Indigo, I'm so happy you're here. Indigo said she's going to watch the show. Indigo Sky here, sending out love vibes to everyone and all souls right here, right now, in this moment. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. Yes, it is, Indigo. Indigo is pure love. I love you so much, Indigo. Indigo love. I love you, love you, love you. She spreads love all over the world. Life is so short, we can all learn to love each other. It will spread like wildfire. Yes, Marty, love you, brother. Yeah, we can spread like wildfire, and we only have now. Life is short. I could pass right now. We all could pass right now. Oh, love you, brother. Love you, Indigo. Oh, I'm so excited. Please keep the comments coming. So keep calm, because love is the answer. Love is everything. Simple. So life is short, as I was saying. You will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. So look, here's a couple here in bed together. I'm sure they've been married, who knows, 50 years in love, happily married, and all of a sudden she passes and it becomes a memory. I'm sorry, I got very emotional and started crying. Yeah, life is short. And that's what happened with Renee. She lost Presley 1 month ago. Life is short. You never know. So let's all love each other now. We only have now, now, now. So Shakespeare, the eyes are the mirrors of the soul. Definitely, Marty. I love you so much, Marty. You're the best, man. Please keep the comments coming. Love you, love you, love you. Let's keep spreading love. So when I see people, I love everyone. And love is pure freedom. So I'm free because I say I love you to everybody. You want to be free? Say I love you to everybody. It's that simple. And also, you'll be happy. You'll be the happiest person in the world. I'm the happiest person in the world because I say I love you to everybody. You know, people always say to me, I want to be happy. You want to be happy? Go say I love you to everybody in your life, in the world. You'll be the happiest person in the world. And it's all forgiveness and love, forgiveness and love. And forgiveness is for me. It doesn't mean you forget. It doesn't mean you agree. You just forgive. You give up resentment. You give up hatred. You give up whatever's there, and then you're in love again. You're free. So there is no love without forgiveness, and there is no forgiveness without love. They go together. So I just forgive and love, forgive and love, forgive and love. So I love you all. I love you all. Love you, love you. Oh my God, Josh Martin. Love you, love you, love you. So Josh drove up today in this really hot car, and I was like, that's a Josh Love car. Josh Love is he's like pure love. He's so cool. I just love him so much. Love you, Josh Love. Love you, love you. Yeah, that's why we need to see that every soul connection is to be cherished and seen that as sacred, 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 sacred. Yes, Indigo. Oh my God, love you, love you, love you, love you, Indigo. Indigo love. Let's keep spreading the love. Keep the comments coming. I love it. So I created the Florida Loving Hug for Florida Love. So it's to give someone a hug and say I love you every day, to spread love all over the world. It's that simple. You want to be free and happy? Give someone a hug every day and say I love you. You'll be happy and free. And it's the best feeling in the whole world. So that's what I did in the service elevator this morning. And we were all happy and free. It's the best. The best. So I love you, love you, love you. But I want to share something about Rene Love, okay, who I love so much. So Rene Love was on the show with Deanna a few weeks ago. And I love Deanna and I love you, Rene, so much. So I believe in love karma. The more love you put out, the more you get back. Everything is free with Florida Love. Love is free. It's got to be free. Got to be free with no expectations of anything in return. That's pure love. So I'm on the show with Rene and Deanna, and they give me this. They give me this. Look at this. This is like Florida Love over the past years. Kenny Love, shows. That's my mom right there, who I love in my life. She just had her birthday. She was on the show. I mean, look at this. From the Holistic Chamber, all these love. To anyone who's feeling unloved today, don't worry, I love you. I love that saying. So to anyone who's feeling unloved today, don't worry, I love you. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. So she came on the show and she gave me this and I was in tears. I was crying, crying, crying. They created that. Now that is the most beautiful love karma. I was, again, so moved to tears. So I'm just going to read about karma. So I call it love karma. What goes around comes around. Keep your circle positive. Speak good words. Think good thoughts. Do good deeds. Say I love you. Love you, love you, love you. It's that simple. So the more love you put out, the more you'll get back. The more you say I love you, the more you'll get back. It's that simple. So since we only have now, go out and say I love you to everyone, and you will be happy and free. So I want to share with Rene right now. I want to bring Rene on because Rene lost her beautiful, loving, special dog Presley 1 month ago. How crazy is that? God is love. God is love. I mean, so you spread love to one person, it spreads to all human beings. That's how simple it is. Just say I love you to one person, it will spread to everyone. So let's keep the comments coming. Let's keep spreading the love all over the world. So God is love. And today I said, Rene, you got to be on the 21st. You got to be on the 21st. This was before Presley passed. Before he passed. God is spreading love because we're having crazy coincidences right now. And Rene's going to share some more about them. But I want to show you all Presley, okay? With beautiful Rene. So that's Presley. I'm going to start crying.
Aww.
Rene, I'm going to start crying.
Me too.
Look how beautiful. That's Presley. So I asked Rene, be on the 21st show of October. She didn't know Presley was going to pass on, September 21st, 1 month ago. It was meant to be. But look how beautiful Presley is. What a love dog. What a pure love dog. So Rene posted last night on Facebook, and I asked Rene to read her post. So I'm going to just love you, Rene. So please read your post to everybody.
Okay. Can you hear me, Kenny?
I can hear you loud and clear, and please share whatever you want about Presley.
Okay, great. Thanks, Kenny. Yes, this is going to be an emotional day for me. Oh, boy. All right, I will read what I wrote on Facebook last night. It was after 1 a.m. Presley had passed a month ago today. Around that time. Oh, boy. Boy, it didn't take long for you to make me cry, Kenny. Woo. Okay. Let's see. Let me get to this here. Sorry about that.
I love you so much, Rene.
Thank you, Kenny.
I love you so much, Rene.
I love you
I love
too.
Presley so much. And
love
Presley's
you
is
too.
here right now.
Yeah,
I feel Presley.
I will tell you that story too.
Mm.
So this is what I wrote early morning. Today is 1 month. Okay. Today is 1 month. So, it's still a little raw. Whew. Okay, today is 1 month since my sweet boy was lifted into doggy heaven. Presley, you taught. Oh gosh, sorry. Presley, you taught me so many things without saying a word. Yet your bark surely got my attention when you needed me. Your curiosity and love for greeting people never wavered. I am grateful for the privilege of caring for you and watching you grow from 1 to 16 as my top human dog. Through your eyes, our souls connected, and the loyalty we shared will not be forgotten. Over the years, we shared a deep love and definitely rescued each other. Pets are family. Please hug your pet today, because you truly don't know what will be tomorrow. There's so many dogs and cats needing a good home, so please visit a local shelter and rescue the one that touches your heart. And Kenny, all I can say is, Presley was a bundle of joy and a true companion. Oh boy, okay. That's all I can say right now.
So Rene, you want to hear a crazy coincidence?
Sure.
You know how you told me when you walked in that you posted last night? Well, what I did was I saw that post. I didn't tell you.
Oh, really?
I woke up to that post. So I copied it, put it on my phone, and I was going to read it today. But when you walked in and said I posted, I wanted you to read it because it's from you. So how crazy is that? I didn't tell you I saw it, but I actually saved it to my phone and I was going to read it.
No, you didn't. So you made me do it.
Oh, rest in peace, Presley. Indigo saying rest in peace.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Rest in peace.
Thank you, Indigo.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sending some salty love from Salt Chamber.
Oh, that's
my
very
God. Love you,
nice.
Salt Chamber. Love you, love you, love you.
Thank you,
oh
Salt
my God.
Chamber.
Love you, love you, love you.
Thank you, thank you. That was very nice. I took Presley to work with me a lot of times.
Oh my God. Hi, Kenny, Renee Stiegelstern. Love you both. So sorry, Renee. I had lost my dog that I had for 18 years. I know how you feel. Oh,
Aw,
Tina.
thank you,
love
Tina.
You, love you, love you, Tina.
Love you,
Tina.
Tina.
Love you, love you, love you.
Oh, that's
Aw.
great. That's great. Can I share what happened
Sure.
coming here?
Sure.
Amazing, amazing.
So zoom in on Renee, please.
The universe is just, I'm a believer every single day. And as I was coming here after work today, I went to my car in my parking lot, and there happened to have been two squirrels right near my car. And I have been commenting a lot on Facebook about how I lost my mother many years ago, and still that touches my heart. And I found that many times a squirrel pops up, and I believe that's her, because every time the squirrel pops up, whether it be at the park where I have her a living tree planted for her, the same squirrel comes over, and we talk, we chat, and I have pictures on Facebook to prove it. So no, I haven't really lost it yet, but it really does exist. And today I had not one, but two squirrels at my tires by my car. And Ken, I was just floored. I couldn't move, and I started taking photos, and I actually, the eyes looking right at me, speaking to them, and they both were just sitting there. And as crazy as it must sound, I do believe my mother, and there's Presley, and one of the squirrels actually was walking up to the other one. And I got that photo, and I'm not sure. I'll post them later on Facebook, but truly amazing. And circumstances, experiences that we deal with every single day, it shows that if we're aware and we're really paying attention, we do get messages every single day, and it's a choice that we take, whether we stop and really reflect on it and have meaning to it and add that to our lives and possibly make different choices for that day because of that, or we continue and we don't see it. And I have been much more aware, and I'm seeing it all over. So how about you, Kenny? Do you find that too?
Absolutely. God is love, the crazy coincidences. And so you'd be in a park after your mom passed, and a squirrel would come up to you every time you were in this park, and your mom would come up to you. Every time, because you love your mom so much and you miss her so much, she would come to say hello and say, I love you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the more I spoke to the squirrel,
Uh-huh.
he got closer. And squirrels, to my knowledge, don't typically come to humans that way. And they actually did. And actually came down from the tree branches down to, Kenny, down to where I have the plaque on the ground. Walking up. I actually had my father there with me one time. We were going for my mother's birthday. And my father got a little shaken because he said, is that coming closer? He was shocked how close it came. And amazing. And when I sit and talk, they actually pause and they turn their head and they're like this. And it's amazing. Amazing. So I just wanted to share that because it really, I do believe in the soul and the spirit that still lives and still comes back. And so, or maybe because of the deep love we have, and the tears are really tears of the deep love, maybe that's what brings it out. I'm really not sure, but either way, I'm a believer.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Tina's writing right now, yes, Rene, there are signs anywhere. So Tina just lost her dad.
Thank you, Tina.
And we did it in loving memories to her dad, and she lost her mom as well. Beautiful Blossom and her dad, and and she lost her dog. So Tina relates so much, and there are signs everywhere. But you showed me those squirrel pictures this morning when you walked in, and so everybody friend Rene on Facebook, Rene Siegel Stern. Okay, so you could see this post. You both are incredible. Love you so much, Tina. Love you so much. Love you, love you, love you, Tina. Tina's pure love.
She is.
Rene,
She's
I know
great.
how you feel. I've had two wonderful, loving dogs. Lost my first dog, Lucky. He is still in my heart after over 20 years ago, Marty.
Wow.
The only living thing that will love you more than yourself is your dog. Aww.
It's a bond that truly runs deep. It runs deep.
Yeah.
You get to know the little nuances of each other. I mean, I could just pick up the collar and he would jump up and down, so excited, couldn't wait to go out. And whenever I would leave, he thought I was always taking him to a park or to, somewhere visiting because he loved going in the car. Presley loved the car. And I actually had him certified as a therapy dog a few years ago because with my community advocacy work, I always want to help in some way to make someone smile, Kenny, and to make someone just have a conversation and just make them feel that today is the day for them. And so we would go to Regent Park Nursing Home in Boca every Sunday, and we would walk in and people wouldn't remember us, our names. We didn't remember their names. We had a lot of fun with that. And Presley would walk in and he would constantly walk over and just plop down. And, picking them up and putting them on everyone's lap and for them to allow them to pet him, you could see how they immediately just their shoulders went down and they just felt so much more calm and they smiled and they said, this is what I really needed today. And it was just a pleasure to see someone, smile and realize that they do matter and makes them feel so much more important. And the smiles and the joking we did. Oh my gosh. Presley would do some funny things, especially for a treat. So I would bring treats and I would let them feed him. And I can't tell you how many times I even brought a little bit of turkey because he loved turkey. And I would, they would feed him. He wouldn't stop, and it was a continual thing. So it became a lot of fun. A lot of jokes were going on with that. So, how about your dog, Kenny? Did he have a favorite food to eat?
Favorite food to eat? My dog? Ice cream.
What was it?
Ice cream.
Ice cream?
Ice cream.
Are you serious?
Every dog I've ever had loves ice cream.
Oh my goodness, really?
They would gobble it up. Yeah, I had a Chow Chow, I had a pug, I had a Shih Tzu named Princess. I mean, I love dogs.
Oh, you had a Shih Tzu.
So is that what Indigo wrote? Okay, so Indigo wrote, I'm currently going to the end of life stages with my soul dog, Bull Pinky. My Bull Terrier rescue from Puerto Rico, 13 and a half years. He's been my best friend and companion. Dogs are amazing in every way. Rescues are amazing, and I will continue to rescue fur babies forever. Oh, Indigo. Love you, love you, love you. Oh, love you, Indigo.
Thank you for the comment, Indigo. Yeah, Presley was a rescue too, and I've rescued a lot of animals, a lot of dogs, some cats, and they're amazing. They've been truly amazing. So that's why I always say, if you can, go to your local shelter, because there's so many dogs or cats out there that really need a home. And a lot of them come from Puerto Rico, actually. So, I know I was at Tri-County the other day and they had so many there. So the feeling of a dog and the companionship that I had with Presley and every move was amazing. I actually, had some moments after he's passed where, Kenny, I'm lying in bed and I actually feel the bed covers, kind of sink in like this. I don't know if your dog was doing that too, but they kind of nestle in like cats do a little bit, right? And he was walking on the bed, and I would always say to him, Presley, find the spot. Please find the spot, because it could take him literally 30 minutes walking around. And I would be, okay, finally I would sit up and say, I would turn the light on a little bit, because I have a little candle by me. I'd turn the candle, and I said, okay, I'll wait until you find the spot. And then he would plop. And, but, it's amazing how those little routines stay with you, literally stay with you. And now every single place, everywhere in the house, I walk by, I remember where he was, where he ate soup, where he, different things plop down. And it's, they are human. I know whatever everyone says, even though it's nonverbal communication, it really isn't. Because I could look into his eyes and I could say one thing and he knew exactly what I said. And he knew when I was sad, he knew when I was happy. And, when I would walk him in the morning, Ken, did you have this issue too, walking in the morning? And he would want to go and say hello to everybody. And here I am getting ready for work. And I was like, okay, say hello, let's go. And he was on the leash. Presley knew where he wanted to go. And all I did was had to follow him, because I couldn't, he would not. He would sit and basically tell me, I'll go when we should go. And, it was always that way. Was it like that with you too?
Yeah, exactly. So Tina's right now is writing in, dogs are like kids, and they give unconditional love. So true. They're like
very
our
true.
babies, they're our kids, and they give unconditional love. And so I had a 65-pound Chow Chow named Leo the Lion, who used to get into bed with me. And believe me, I'd know when he got in. And he was shaved like a lion. He looked just like a lion. Beautiful. I love Leo so much. I miss him every second.
Wow.
So why did you name Presley Presley?
Well, let's see. How are you dressed? Do you want to stand up and show everybody? Here we go. Because I also love Presley as well. And Elvis Presley. And everybody, when I did it at the time, I wanted to be different because lots of people, no offense, we use the word Elvis, use the name Elvis, and it's a great name, but I wanted to be different at that time. And because I do love Elvis Presley, wait a minute, can you get up and do that move that Elvis does, Kenny?
Yeah.
The dance move?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I named him Elvis. I mean, see, now you got me going. I named him Presley, and I love it. And, you know, I just realized you had a Shih Tzu, and her name was Princess, right?
Yeah.
And I have Presley. Boy, if we only knew, we could have put them together.
Well, when you were coming on the show, I said Princess Rene and King Presley. So that's who the show's dedicated to. So I have a song I wanted to dedicate to you and Presley right now.
Aw.
Okay, and it's all about love.
Aw.
So and it's sung by a little girl.
Oh, really?
Beautiful little girl. So can you play the song about love from the little girl, please? Wow.
Wow, how old
6
is
years
she?
old.
6?
6 years old from the Philippines. And when I saw that, I thought of Presley and you.
Wow.
And how you just, you're in love with Presley and just, she's adorable.
Adorable.
Indigo. Yeah, she's adorable. And it's what Tina also wrote, that, you know, dogs are like children and they're unconditional love. Like, I love this little girl. I want her on my TV pilot for kids beginning 2023. I'll give you her name, Tina, definitely. I saw that and I thought of you and Presley. And
Thank
wow.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, you can't help falling in love with Presley.
He,
So Rene, I want to show you a few things, okay? And I want to show you. So Presley, what was so beautiful about Presley, you took him to the seniors, everybody loved him. Like you could just take him everywhere and everybody loved him. That's just the way. That's the way Presley. He was like Elvis, but that's the way Presley is. People just loved him. So I want to show you a few things.
Okay.
So first, I want to show you.
Oh.
You and Presley.
Oh, that was in the ER.
Where was this taken?
In the emergency room.
In the emergency room. When was this taken?
At the week before he passed, when I was taking him in the ER. I had a week where every other day I was back in the emergency room.
Yeah, the week before he passed. So did you know he was going to pass or no?
I was, when you're going back to the ER every couple of days, you do have that thought, but of course you have the hope that it's not going to be, and that they're going to be able to carry him through. So at that moment, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, so you didn't know if he was going to pass,
No.
And how old is Presley when he passed?
16 and a half.
Yeah, so you had him for 16 and a half years.
I had him actually 15 and a half because he was a shelter dog.
15 and a half because he was a rescue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't know.
No.
So this was taken at the emergency room a week before.
Yep. And I actually was at one of the emergency rooms because he was losing oxygen. He ended up passing from congestive heart failure. And I was actually at one emergency room, and at midnight had to run to another emergency room. One was at Deerfield and the other one was Calusa, and ended up going there, and that's when they told me he only had a few hours left.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
And it
Rene.
happens so fast.
My
I mean, he's
deepest
had,
heartfelt
he had heart
condolences, Rene.
issues.
I love you so much.
Thank you, Kenny. I love you too. I mean, look, it shows you we all have medical issues, medical concerns from time to time. And we think we're fighting it, and most of the time, I think we're strong and we fight and we get through it and we build ourselves back. Dogs are different. They can't tell you. And that was the hardest thing, is he didn't seem like he was in a lot of pain, but he just seemed like a discomfort. And that's when you can't figure it out. You can't figure it out. And the hardest thing is exactly that. It's like mothers with their babies. You just don't know. You're trying to figure it out. And so then when you're told what it could be, now it's, you're not really sure. Is it really that? Or is it something else? And then when one thing happens, it kind of trickles down. And then before you know it, he wasn't doing well.
So you went from one emergency room to another emergency room to another emergency room to save Presley.
In between, during the days, I would take him to my vet and try to get other opinions. Because you don't believe it's really happening because it's happening so fast. And I think the hardest thing is making the decision to let him go. Oh, sorry. I didn't think I would get this emotional. Kenny, you just bring it out of me. But, and I think that's what a lot of us face, is these type of decisions, end of life. And, and at what point do you release? And it's the hardest decision. And, I did luckily, there's a very good friend of mine who's specializes in pet photography for end of life. And I actually had scheduled it with her, with Gabby, and I scheduled it for November. And because I've been busy with events and, work and things. And I called her up one day and I said, Gabby, I have a feeling, I don't know why, I just have a feeling I don't believe that Presley will be here by November. And so what I did was I called her up and she said, we were texting, and then I called her and I said, can we please move it up? I know that you're really busy and I know you're going to Israel. Can we fit it in? Because I'm just not sure he's going to make it. And I just have a gut feeling, even though I don't want that to happen, but he was getting very lethargic. He wasn't moving as much like he used to, Kenny. Those are the signs that you really do see, just like we see with everybody too. And she said, I actually have a cancellation this Saturday. And I called her midweek. And I said, okay, I'll take it. And we went, and he had lost weight. He had lost about 4 or 5 pounds. So he was getting a little sparse and, things like that. But he was still happy, and you still couldn't tell. His tail would wag, and he was up in the morning with me, and, he was putting a good face on. And I think that is what, similar to humans, right? We all do that. We all have something that's going on in our lives, but every day we get up, we put our face on, and we're out there, and we're doing what we have to do, whether it's in business, whether it's supporting someone who is ill, or whether it's a friend who has an event and you want to support them, or a parent or a child, whatever it may be. We do what we can to stay strong for other people. And that's what was happening. And I took him out. We took these photos. He became a different dog. It was literally for like 2-3 hours. We went to Murakami, we went out in the Everglades, and we got fabulous pictures, and I can't wait to see them, actually. And the pictures that day and having that memory with him will stay with me forever, because I actually saw how the Presley I knew. And it really is true, even with humans. I mean, I correlate this because we are so identical. They just do it in nonverbal communication, but we do the same thing too. How many times have you heard that people have passed after they saw their son who flew in from out of state, right, Kenny?
Yeah.
How many times? They waited until so-and-so arrived, or, something like that happened, right? And I feel it was the same thing with Presley. It's, like he knew. And the soul knows. And so he gave it one last hurrah, which I'm forever grateful, because now I have that memory of him not being, it overtook the memory of me seeing him trying to breathe and get oxygen.
So I want you to know Indigo wrote in, there's so much love coming in for you right now. She wrote in that you want them to live forever. And Tina's sending you the biggest hug in the world. Everybody's loving you and Presley right now.
That's why I call him my top human dog, because we really do imitate and reflect one another. Animals and people we're very much intertwined,
So I want to play the slideshow of Presley to show everybody all the love and how many people just loved him. So please play the slideshow.
great. That was so great, Kenny. Thank you so much for that. Aw, thank you.
So Rene, Presley's with us right now. What would you love to say to Presley right now?
That every day we were together. You brought a lot of joy to my life. And with your antics, a lot of laughter, and with your eating habits that were crazier than mine, we laughed together, we played together, we did a lot of hugging together, sleeping together. We had a great life, and you were the best dog anyone could have. And I'll miss you, but I know you're in a better place. Say hi to my mom, and the two of you can play together. But you are a very special dog, and be in my heart forever. So thank you for rescuing me. You know, I tell you, you know, you never know, too. You know, I saw the flowers there that were heavenly flowers with angels on the flowers, and that was from Barry Maria Siegel. And, you know you love dogs, they do. And when you love dogs, it's an unbelievable journey that changes your life. And cats. I mean, I had cats, too. But I have to tell you, having an animal, and you know, since I was a little child, Kenny, literally, I don't know, 6, 7 years old. I mean, I've had dogs my entire life. And my dream was to get a home, and that I would have a home and have 4 or 5 dogs, because I really believe that the soul of a dog, adding a different dimension to your home, just fills it with a lot more love, a lot more craziness, which makes it more fun. But, you know, it's a definite companion that I'll never forget. Never forget.
So I love you.
Thank you for all these wonderful posters, Kenny. I can't begin to thank you.
So I love you so much, Rene, and all Marty's love and sympathy goes out to you and Indigo and Tina and everyone out there.
Thank you.
So there was a song I saw that reminded me of Presley. To me, Presley was burning love.
Uh-oh.
That's who he was.
Great song.
Everywhere he went.
Great song. He loved people, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He
So
did.
please play Burning Love.
Great song.
Are you ready? Sorry.
Yeah.
Make sure we're good. Are we on? Cool. I like it. Okay, take it away.
Lord Almighty, feel my temperature rising. Higher and higher, it's burning through to my soul. Girl, 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 you're gonna set me
Presley's a hunk of burning love.
That is so, so true. I mean, he loved everybody. He always had to walk and say hello. And Kenny, this is his paw print, so I have to say, we're holding hands right now.
Oh.
And this one is where I never thought that I would get a paw print. And I have to tell you, it brings a lot of comfort.
So I felt Presley dancing with us just now to that song, knowing he's hunk of burning love. So I'm going to end the show right now, but I just want you to know how much I love you, Rene, and how much I love Presley so much. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Yeah, so I want to hold up something because this photo to me is so beautiful. That's your niece, isn't it?
That's my niece, yeah, and that's when Presley had a lot of hair, 2011.
Yeah, so this is 2011.
Wow, yeah.
Love this photo. So I wanted to end with this photo with you and your niece and Presley. All that love.
Thank you, Kenny. Thank you so much. Really, this is a treasure for me. Thank you so much. So much.
2011?
Love you.
2022.
Yep.
Look the same.
A lot more hair in 2011. I started trimming it because he was like Velcro when we went outside. And he liked the shorter haircut. Yeah, forever grateful. Thank you, Kenny. Seriously, this is just a wonderful tribute that I'll always treasure, and I can't thank you enough, really. And thank you to everyone who wrote in, and to everyone out there who, I'm not the only one who has lost a pet, and who is possibly right now around the world. Anyone could be losing a pet, and my heart goes out to you. And hopefully, we take that journey and we go on and we make it better for others. And I know eventually I will get another dog because that's where my heart lies. And Presley will never be forgotten, and he's never going to be replaced. But we do move forward and through it in order to allow ourselves to start over. And starting over is the key. So thank you, Kenny. This is helping to heal my heart. So thank you.
So Rene, I love you so much. I want to thank you for being on the Florida Love Show today. And Presley, I love you so much. And I love your niece, Presley, everyone. I want to thank everyone for writing in. Tina just wrote in that she loved the show, XOXO. Love you, Tina. Love you, Indigo. Love you, Marty. Love you, True Love. Love you all. Love you all. Thank you so much for spreading love all over the world and loving Presley and loving Rene. So as I end every show, who can you give a rose to? I love you. You've been listening to the Florida Love Show, where we've been spreading love in the Florida community. For more information, please contact me, Kenny Love, at 917-699-1995 or ken at florida-love.com or on our website, florida-love.com. See you next week, 3 p.m. Friday for the Friday Love Hour. Keep spreading love in your life and have a loving week. Love you all.